How much money does a hit song make for an artist? Have you ever wondered exactly how much a hit song adds to an artist's bank balance? The answer isn't as straightforward as you think. A better question to ask would be, how long is a piece of string? Hey guys, welcome back to Top Quick Peek. The amount of money made for a hit song has drastically changed from what it used to be. The analog age of records and tapes has been and gone. We're now in the digital age of streaming content. Physical ownership of CDs has even fallen by the wayside, as both internet connections and technology have improved. Sure, there'll always be a nostalgic element when playing old vinyl, but the vast majority of customers choose online streaming providers when they sit back and relax to a few quality tunes. There is a common misconception that because most of us don't buy music to own, there's no money in music anymore. Well, this couldn't be further from the truth. 20 years ago, an artist was likely to receive roughly 10% of album sales, as their agent, label executives, and other middlemen got their slice, which ate into the profits. To throw up some easy numbers, you would have to sell 1 million copies of an album to make your first $100,000, which is no mean feat. Of course, there is a huge variance between the signed contracts of different artists. Certainly, not all deals are the same or equal. To make life easier, we'll be using raw figures in our examples, not taking into account any payments made to other musicians, songwriters, the record label, and anyone else holding their hand out for their cut. Streaming. Streaming services are undoubtedly the bread and butter that make up recurring income for an artist. But where does the money come from? Some services like YouTube are free, with income generated from the use of ads played before a user views a song. The income per 1,000 views can vary wildly, from anywhere from a couple of bucks up to $18. If the YouTuber can tweak the ads to suit the target demographic, for argument's sake, let's use the average, which is around $3. This means that for every million views, the artist will make something in the vicinity of $3,000. Not too shabby. For paid subscription streaming providers, there are a few factors that affect the artist's rate of pay. The listener's country and location, whether they have a free access or paid account, the specific artist's royalty rate, and pricing and currency in the region can all contribute to a higher or lower rate geographically. The platform's share of the market is generally the metric that affects earnings though. Spotify has the lion's share at the moment and pays only a third of the rate that a smaller platform like Tidal offers. Focusing on Spotify for a moment, let's look at some figures. 1,000 plays will net you roughly $4,000. If we look at 1 million plays, that figure gets even more impressive, sitting up around the $4,500 mark. That's a monthly income, and it would help any artist live a pretty comfortable life. Looking at per million payments from other platforms is interesting. However, it would be much harder to reach that milestone due to the number of users being a fraction of the market share of Spotify and YouTube. To compare some of these estimated rates, Pandora, $1,500, Amazon Music, $4,000, Deezer and Google Play Store, $6,500, Apple Music, $7,500, and Tidal, $12,500. It does take a while to start to see some real income from streaming services. Keep in mind though that even remotely popular hits pull in over 1 million plays per month on Spotify. With The Weeknd, Drake, Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, and Lady Gaga reliably pulling in over 50 million plays per month, that equates to roughly $250,000 paid monthly on one platform alone. A great tactic for a budding artist would be to release music on as many free and paid platforms as possible. Cross-promotion is essentially free marketing. A song heard on YouTube can quickly be added to a hot Spotify playlist, heard by thousands of people and bumping up the number of streams dramatically. There are many independent artists unaffiliated with a record label or a manager that are doing very well for themselves on streaming platforms, pulling in some solid numbers. Appearances. Depending on the popularity of the artist, appearance fees could be anywhere from $5,000 to over $50,000. A feature on someone else's track generally nets around $10,000, and a live show on average banks $60,000 to $100,000 per nightly performance for top artists. Pretty soon, it all adds up to some serious paper. Brand ambassadors. Many artists make the jump to the small and big screen, starring in TV and in movies. Networks will pay well in order to have a popular singer or a band appear in their shows. Then we have advertisements, endorsements, and being a brand ambassador. Everything from starring in Super Bowl commercials to being the face of a ladies' cosmetics range. There are no estimates here, the sky is the limit, and artists are ultimately paid whatever the companies think they're worth, and quite often, that figure is absolutely huge. Other income. Then we have all the other sundry methods that go hand in hand with being a huge superstar. There's merchandising, backstage meet and greets that wealthy fans pay an arm and a leg for, private appearances, and autograph sessions where an artist artists can literally charge for their signature. And that just about wraps things up for today. Are you a budding artist hoping to make it big on streaming platforms? What do you think some of the top stars earn per year? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, why not give us a like and hit that subscribe button while you're down there. You've been watching Top Quick Peek. We'll see you next time.